Hi guys, Keto for Real Life people here. I hope that everybody can see and hear me okay. I am again trying something new today that is a little different. I have two cameras. This is a live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So I hope that, we'll pray there is no lagging, everything goes smoothly, and that you guys can enjoy the live. Today it is kickin' chicken. I cannot see comments because it's too far away and I'm using both of my devices, but I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. This recipe is very simple, but you get so much bang for your buck, for your taste buds, and for whether or not you're keto, it's clean, and it is carnivore too, with a few variations. So let's get going, guys. Let's talk ingredients. I feel like my Facebook one is a little cut off. It's all good. You guys can at least see my workstation, right? So I thought of this kickin' chicken, patties and nuggets, because I had some chicken. I had some chicken thighs that needed to be used up, and you can definitely use pre-made, pre-bought ground chicken if you like, but what I did like about this, because hey, why not, I know exactly what's going in my food processor. So I've got some chicken thighs, and they're boneless, they're skinless. I'm going to leave the fat alone. I'm not going to trim any of it off, because why not get that extra fat, right? Second thing that we've got going on is pork skins. Now, one of my wonderful group members sent me home with a bag of these pork pancos. They're by Bacon Air. 1 pound bag of these ground up bread, or pork crumbs is what they call them. You can make your life easier by getting these, or you can just do what I have always done in the past and get you some pork skins. Make sure that your ingredients and your pork skins are good. Run them through your food processor, and you've got instant pork skins. And I store mine in a mason jar, put a lid on it, and if you're not going to use them for a while, just pop them in your freezer. They come right out. I have used them. They're just fine. Today, in this bag, though, I cheated a little bit because I was running low, and I did have pork skins, so I did whir some real quick through my food processor, hence the reason you see a few crumbs in here. But, and then I just mixed them in with what I had in here. So I have enough to do today's recipe. 2 eggs. So we're at chicken, 2 eggs, and pork skins, and then seasoning. That's it, guys. This is an easy recipe. Today I'm going to show you a few methods. No ma'am, not until Grandma's all done, so you take it over there or ask Bubba to help you. Grandkids are here this week. So I'm going to use my air fryer. I'm going to use my induction cooktop and use the cast iron skillet. Use a nice heavy skillet, guys, so, for some pan frying. And then if you want, you can also bake these in the oven. And I'll let you know too, one of the wonderful things is, when I played with this recipe last week, I made a whole pan into nuggets, and I put them on a sheet pan, stuck them in my freezer, let them sit overnight, froze solid, back out of the freezer, into the air fryer, and voila! They were 18 minutes in the air fryer, and they were perfectly crispy and crunchy. So versatile and easy. And I'm not just going to make a chicken patty and then a chicken nugget. I'm going to show you just a few things that I've done with it, and then for you, you can get creative and do whatever you like. So I love that I see all the comments popping up, y'all. I will look at them afterwards. It's just that with using both of my devices, I have limited, and I don't want to be putting my glasses on and interrupting the show. So, guys, let's start with food prep. I'm going to take my chicken, and I'm going to cube it up, and I'm going to put it in my food processor. Now, it only takes about 1.5 pounds. This is 1.9 pounds, so we'll see. I'm just going to cube it so that it goes through my food processor really easy. And you know what's good is you can mix all the seasonings and spices in it. So I'll just do, I don't know why I do this, but I do. Let's see here. What the heck, what the hey, what the hi. I'll just set that down. There we go. What, babe?
I said I'm watching you on
My grandson says he's watching me on YouTube.
I'm reading the comments.
So I just take it and I just dice it into 1-inch cubes, 1.5 inch cubes, like so, just little pieces. and you just want to pop them into your food processor, okay? And I'm going to do my call to action because I am on YouTube. If you are new and you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to get notified when Keto for Real Life People is going live or has dropped a new recipe or video, hit the notification button. You'll also see, guys, that there is a donate button on my Patreon or on my YouTube, and you're more than welcome to donate as we watch this live. And for my Facebook fans, thank you to all my supporters. If you're watching this and you would like to become a Facebook supporter, there is a little blue badge beside the comment section of this live. Tap it. It's $4.99 a month if you find value in what I do. Thank you, guys. That was that. Now onwards and upwards. You know, that was pretty good. I thought I did pretty good. I hate doing that stuff. I know, hate it. So I like leaving the fat on my chicken, guys, just because, you know, chicken thighs are already a higher fat content. They're juicier, they're tender. But just that little bit of fat trim that's on here really adds to the texture of this. And, you know, this only takes a minute, as you can see. Now, you know, I think I've got more than enough here. I just put it to the top of my blade in here, and that seems to be about 1.5 pounds. So I'm really not going to push it. I don't want to start changing up my recipe already. But God knows it's easy enough to mess with. So I'll set that out of the way. I'm going to wash my hands.
One of the comments someone just said was, I love your videos and something about you're inspiring.
Aw, thank you. Thank you, grandson.
And that they just subscribed.
Awesome.
Told you I'm reading the comments.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I need all the help I get. So my grandson is reading comments, and I'm so glad that you're a new subscriber, and welcome, and I'm glad that you like my recipes. So I've got this in my food processor. I'm going to go ahead and give it a whir. I've made this a couple of times already, and I prefer to just pulse this and get it going. And then we're just going to use the food processor to put our rest of our ingredients in. Keep it simple. And just pulse, pulse, pulse. That kind of bounces the bigger pieces to the bottom. And then let it run. I'm going to take this off of here and check it out. And sure enough, we have got ground chicken, and then I'll have to wash my hands again. But that's all right, because I'm going to be messing with my chicken here. So now we just add spices, guys. I like to go. Now, if you're carnivore, here's a great tip, okay? Well, if you're keto, we need more sodium, right? Most of the time, you think you're getting a good bit of sodium, and you're sprinkling it, and you're sprinkling it. But honestly, since I have really started measuring my sodium in my recipes, I know that I'm getting enough. So this is enough chicken for one day of carnivore for somebody. I mean, I can eat about 1.5 pounds of meat. I can't quite get to 2, but so I'm going to go ahead and put in a teaspoon and 1/2 of salt. And the more you eat sodium, the easier and more tasty everything becomes. I add about a teaspoon of black pepper. This is up to y'all. You do what you want. Adjust accordingly. If you don't care for black pepper, decrease it. If you want more garlic, increase it. If you want less. I have a teaspoon of onion powder. I have a teaspoon of garlic powder today and a 1/4 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. If I wanted to, I could switch this out and I could use cumin and chili powder and garlic and onion. I could use Italian seasoning, some basil, rosemary, thyme. You can make this flavored to meet your needs. You can make meatballs, chicken nuggets, and chicken patties. I've even received the comment that this particular recipe took people back to the day of pre-keto when you got a nice crunchy, like fried chicken patty, you know, the kind that were pre-made you would buy at Sam's Club or Walmart or Costco. The frozen ones you just heat up and put on a bun, or that you would put some country gravy over. It's way better, honestly, but it takes you back there because we're going to talk about crunchy outside, nice and crispy, but juicy and moist in the middle. All right, so those are our seasonings. And to it, you just add 2 eggs. I do not want to add breadcrumbs breadcrumb fillers, you know, mushrooms. It's not like meatloaf. And by avoiding adding anything else to this, we are eliminating the dryness factor. It's what keeps everything so moist and good. So everything in here now, and we're just going to turn it on again and let the eggs and the seasonings become really incorporated. And it'll kind of ball up on its own as it does that. It is really loud.
What is happening?
Okay, so I'm going to take this off because we're not going to need it anymore. And let me wipe this out here. So now you have this white, pink, kind of gelatinous muck, and it seems really wet and moist and soft, and you're like, ew, that's too wet. No, believe me, it's not. But we're going to dump it into this bowl right here. I'm going to take my plate out, and I'm just going to get all this meat mixture out. And it is really, really, really wet and gooey, but fear not, I would not let you down. I have to try my recipes quite a few times, 9 times out of 10, just to make sure I have quality control. And it is very sticky and moist. So let me get this out of the way and rinse these hands again. When I the very first time that I made this, I had this very wet, moist chicken mixture, and I almost gave into temptation and added some pork skin panko crumbs. I'm so glad that I did not do that. Grandson, would you grab this, unplug it from there, and just set it over on one of those stools for me?
Yes,
I love
ma'am.
having a helper. It's so awesome. Thanks. Just kind of heavy. Yeah, it is very heavy. This gives Grandma a workspace. Hey, can everybody see I have my bowl of chicken right here? And what I'm going to do now, and I can move this out of the way and this out of the way, is we're going to bread something. Oop, I need that second plate. And I'm going to set it right here. Now, I'm just going to take a plate, a shallow plate. You can use a pie plate. I'm using just a regular plate or a shallow dish of your choice. And go ahead and pour the bottom of your plate full of crumbs. I like just a little extra there, okay? And I'm going to set this also out of my way because I'm going to need it. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on my convection oven, and I'm going to put it on low for now, so it'll start warming up.
There's comments.
I cannot read them, but you can read them to me as they come up. And I'm going to go ahead, and I'm using coconut oil. Guys, coconut oil is the Crisco of keto. I came up with that myself. Truly. When you want deep fried and you want something to be nice and crisp and yummy.
Levi just said he just subscribed.
Oh, my other grandson did?
Yeah.
My grandson
His
Levi just.
last comment, the last comment was Levi Boaz, Grandma, I just subscribed.
Aw, that's so sweet. I feel so supported and special. I've got grandchildren who are learning keto. This is awesome. At least watching Grandma on YouTube, right? So get you a good bit. We're going to go with like a 1/4 inch to between 1/4 and 1/2 inch deep in there. And I'm going to just let that start melting. Just stick that in there. I'm also going to be using an air fryer. Now, I need to check bacon because I do have other things in the oven
I can check
going.
it.
Oh, I've also got an avocado in there. I don't know how that's
Why
going
do
to
you
work.
have an avocado?
Oh, that did it. And my bacon is ready. Yay.
Why do you have an avocado in the oven?
Because, so if you ever need an avocado in a rush, I tried to find some ripe avocados yesterday. Not happening. Did not ripen overnight. Not happening. The banana in the brown bag, none of that worked. So what I did was I wrapped it in foil, popped it in the oven while I was cooking my bacon, and left it. And while it's in foil, the gases do a little chemical thing, and it'll soften your avocado. We shall see. It's a hack. I'm going to try it. All right. Now, up to the chicken. We can start with patties. Oh, come on. There we go. Nope. This is off track. Or we can start with nuggets. So I think I'm going to start. My grandson's like, nuggets. Well, I think I'm going to do my patties first just because they're bigger and I can get a bunch out of them. I'm gonna do at least 2 patties or 3 patties, and then I'm gonna go to nuggets. Okay. You just got to get your hands in it, and that's all you do. I'm gonna go ahead and up my temperature because I'm gonna get my oil.
Thank you for Levi for subscribe.
Yeah, I did say thank you to Levi for subscribing. So do you like you would a hamburger patty, guys?
What is that?
Shh, it's chicken. You go away from Grandma's cords, please. So get you just enough like you would to make a hamburger patty. And even though it's moist, just squish, squish, squish it out and get it to be round. And now you're going to see this wonderful thing take place because it is very, very wet and you think this is not working. But once you get it just semi-flat, plop it into your breadcrumbs. Take your breadcrumbs and cover it a little bit. And then pat, because now you've got something to pick back up. And I just kind of get the edges, around the edges, and now the whole thing is coated. And mind you, it's not full of crumbs. It's not full of fillers or anything. If you wanted to put some diced peppers in this, some cilantro, I mean, you could season this, but that's how you end up, and you can flatten it out, and you end up with a beautiful patty. Voila! At this point, guys, you could take these, lay them on a pan, and freeze them. You don't have to cook them. If you're just doing a day of food prep, meal prep, and you're wanting something that you can pull out and have ready to cook when you get home, fine. Of course, you could make these and cook them and freeze them afterwards as well, and you would have a quick go-to microwavable chicken patty. Now you could take and get you some Fox Hill kitchen buns, guys, if you wanted. You could make some nutritional yeast bread, of which I have a recipe for. And you can,
Miracle dough.
yeah, miracle dough would work too, grandson. Make you some chicken wraps. And just again, get this around the edges, like so. And then tap, 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 tap them out. If you want to test your oil to see if it's friable, drop a few crumbs. I hear sizzle, sizzle, so I know that we're good for go. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to brush off these excess crumbs here, because I had quite a few. There we go. And I am just going to drop that in there, and I'm going to get this other one in here as well. We'll put 2 down. And there you go. That's how you do these patties. So easy. But I wish you could taste them. Man, I wish you could taste them. Now, for chicken nuggets, I have just a little miniature ice cream scoop. Okay, it's scoops 1 ounce is what it does. And you can just, don't overfill it because you don't want them to be overly big. But again, with the same thing, you've got a little ball, you kind of squish it, drop it in here, cover it up real quick, get it covered and coated, and squish them out. And you're going to end up with a nice, generous chicken nugget. You're not going to have, and you can shape them if you wanted to make it a little off shape, just to make it a little more organic and gourmet. Then you can get those going. But yeah, just do a little scoop, and you end up with a bunch of chicken nuggets, guys. I mean, of course, I made, at least 2 dozen. Let me drop that right there. There we go. I got a little bit of goopy fingers. And into this we go. And I'm going to put some of these in the air fryer once I get enough made up. And down we go. And so we go. It's very quick. Any more comments?
Just a few saying like hi and stuff like that.
Well, hello, hello, hello.
But do you need any help with the chicken nuggets?
Well, I'm not going to need help with the chicken nuggets until it's tasting time. And then I'm going to have kid approval. So, and they become so pliable and easy once you just get a little bit of crumb on them. And I'm having to watch this a little bit because I am not quite used to the way this cooks. And let me drop that. And they are nice and crisp, guys. And you can see as you're cooking how it starts cooking halfway up the sides. And just drop it over there into your oil. And there we go. And you know, it takes in the pan, deep frying and pan frying like this, about 8 to 10 minutes. Depends on how thin you pat them out. It depends on how big they are, how much they weigh. But generally about 8 to 10 minutes over medium heat, getting your oil nice and hot.
So what air fryer are you using?
Guys, I am using the Simple Living air fryer. It is a 5.8 quart. I love it. I have had this about 8 months now, and I'm using it all the time. It's wonderful if you don't want to turn your oven on, especially with the summer. It's big enough that I can put a whole roasted, a pretty good sized roasting chicken in it. I've made meatloaves in it. I've done chicken tenders. I've done pizza. I've done egg wraps. Everything you can think of. Now I've done both hot wings, of course, and non-keto foods. But now they were on sale. I'm going to turn this down just a titch. It's cooking a little too fast for my liking. I don't know if they still are. I do have a link. I can share it after I get done with the live. I have a link, and they were $118. So they're normally like $179.
Someone also asked how many chicken nuggets are in a serving.
How many chicken nuggets? As many as you want. It's really up to you guys. I always encourage everyone, do your own macros, please. If I use 2 pounds of chicken and I get, 30 nuggets and I make them an ounce each, I can decide if I want 5 or 6 ounces worth of chicken. It's really just going to be up to you. Say you don't use as much chicken or you don't make them as big. I mean, it's just too variable. Besides, it's a great learning experience. Do these sort of things for yourself and you will appreciate it. I'm going to check these real quick, okay? Because this is, like I said, I'm not used to, oh, so nice and crunchy. I'm going to give it one more go flip over here. Oh, yes. I don't know if you can hear that. Lex, get out of there. Okay. And I think I have enough nuggets, at least at this point, to put them in the air fryer and get those going. I'm not going to get my hands and all these crumbs off of them.
Let's see, just leave it alone for the right. You should have been bouncing as much. Stop it!
Guys.
Lexi, Grandma just wants you to stay out of there.
Lex.
Those are Levi's. Please.
Of course. But it's real life, right? Okay, so I'm going to move my oil. I think I'll move my oil over here too. My lid over here. And I'm just going to open this up. It's so simple. It has a beautiful, huge interior, guys. It's huge. It's non-stick. Everything I've made in it's cleaned up in a snap. And all I'm going to do is... Well, good. Grandma's making chicken nuggets, and you can have some of them. And I'm just going to lay these right down in here in the bottom of the basket. And I'm going to use the temperature of 400. And I'm going to put them on for about 10 minutes. Now, I did frozen chicken nuggets for 18. So I'm going to use half that time and see where it is. I might need a few extra minutes, but we shall see. It's a matter of pushing the button, then reaching over here and hitting, okay, what temperature? I turn it up to 400, then I hit the timer, and I'm actually, let's go 12 minutes and start, and that's that. Now I'm going to get a fresh plate. Well, I have 2 of these done, and that's all I wanted. So what I'm going to do here is plate this one. Let's start with, see, 200, 250 is a little too low. I'm going to put that right there. Oh my goodness, guys. Is that not beautiful? Is that just not gorgeous? Alright, so this shows you that if you've got a nice fried chicken patty, and you've got some cauli mash and some broccoli.
I want some fruit with my chicken nuggets.
Okay, you can take it in there for me real quick, alright? Thank you. Ooh, I want one more chicken patty. And then here I'm going to show you another little thing we can do here. Picture a green salad, because I honestly did not make one. But what I did do is just make up a little pan gravy of the country keto gravy. Guys, all it is heavy cream, a little butter, a little salt, a little pepper. You just reduce your cream down at the very end, add a little bit of butter, keep stirring, and then salt and pepper it. So we would make this a beautiful, right there. Let me show you. Could you imagine having that? Does that take you back to pre-keto? Let's talk about Southern country dinner right there. A chicken patty, country gravy, cauli mash, some broccoli or green beans, whatever you like. That's how easy and versatile that is. And then I'm going to take this one and if you wanted, you could take and make you some zoodles with some zucchini. You could make some spaghetti squash. You can top your patty with a little bit of homemade marinara or jarred if that's what you want to do. A little mozzarella cheese on top. You could, like I said, if you were to get a bun, if you were to get a nutritional yeast bun, or you were to get some Foxtail keto bread, you could also make this a marvelous sandwich. But I'm going to pop this in the microwave for about 20 seconds. And I need to make one more patty, honestly, for my last creation. So we will do it. And my oil is still hot. I will add a little more crumb to this. Go easy on your crumbs, guys, because you don't want to waste it. I did this the other day. I poured like almost a quarter of the bag, and I did not mean to. If you'll just hand that to me, Grandson, I appreciate it.
It looks like a chicken pizza.
It looks like a chicken
It's just
pizza.
not melted.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, there we go. Would you nuke that for a few more seconds for me, please?
How many more?
So I got about 3 ounces of chicken here. About 20. Again, it's squishy and smushy, but it's not going to matter. I just want to kind of flatten it and then drop it in this. And then cover it. Again, we just cover it in crumbs. Pick it up and turn it over. Dump the excess. And you can see how, you can just see how easy it is to work with, guys. It is chicken, baby. It's a chicken burger.
Oh,
And it is hot. Boom, down it goes.
Cheese is bubbling.
Okay, good deal. Let's please go in the living room, play with your babies.
Mama told me to not let you come in.
So I've got another patty down right now. We're looking at 9 minutes in the air fryer for chicken nuggets. Again, you can fry your chicken nuggets. You can air fry your chicken nuggets or patties, or you can pop them in the oven. I've done every which way. There we go. And you know, again, you can have a side salad with this, and you've got chicken parm. You've got a nice chicken patty. You've got mozzarella cheese. You got a little marinara. There's a little parsley on top. A nice little side salad with this, and some good Italian dressing, and you are good for go. Deliciousness. You can add a little fresh basil to your chicken patty if you were going all Italian. You can make these into meatballs. So I love recipes that are versatile like this. And I'm gonna shoo. Okay, here, I will get you a fork and I will cut these. Those are hot, baby. Okay, let's try this one just because it came out and sat here a minute. That one's still nuked, and these stay hot and crispy on the inside. So I'm just gonna do this little cut here, and you bite.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, delicious chicken.
Just chicken.
Moist, juicy, crispy, more. Fried chicken at its best. Yes, yes. I of course wanted a picture, and I never do that. But I will take this, and you know what, guys? If you're carnivore, let me tell you, this chicken patty is all carnivore. Minus the little bit of garlic and onion powder I put in it. But you could easily, if you were purist, you could skip that. The gravy is nothing but cream and butter, salt and pepper.
Take a picture of this one and send it to me.
Oh my God, it doesn't just taste like chicken. I think it's like the best chicken in the whole wide world. That's what kind of chicken it tastes like. That sounds good chicken.
Okay, I got you 3 pictures.
Oh, so good. So, marinara. Oh, now or the parm as you want to call it. Now this is going to be hot because I just pulled it off, and then with I'm so full already because I don't. There we go. Careful. Hot. we dropped it.
It tastes really good.
Really good. Thank you, Brandon. All right, let's get this one flipped. It's been about 4 minutes on that side.
How much longer on chicken nuggets? 6 minutes?
6 minutes on nuggets. And then while I wait on that, guys, I can take a minute and move this over. You can see that I got like about 3/4 pound, third pound patties. And I've got at least a half a dozen nuggets here. I can at least make another half a dozen nuggets. So, you know, you could probably get 24 to 48 chicken nuggets from one batch of this. Or you could probably get 4 to 6 good sized, or 4 to 8 even, depending on the size patties you were making. Delicious, and it's something your whole family would love. So, you know, if they're not keto, don't tell them. Just don't tell them. Just make it. They're like, what are you having for dinner tonight? Oh, we're having homemade chicken nuggets tonight, y'all. You're going to love it. Now, for the chicken nuggets, guys, I've already got my dipping sauce ready. Because I love barbecue sauce, and I have my Alterna sweets, guys. I love Alterna sweets. I've got ketchup. I almost got the spicy ketchup out, and I was like, nah.
Why don't you?
Because my other ultimate favorite, I only have 3 choices. And the other thing that I adore dipping in, before I was keto, I would go to either Chicken Express or Dairy Queen, and I would always order a chicken tender basket with country gravy. I would skip the fries in favor of fried okra. Fried okra, country gravy, and chicken. And there we go. That is how we do and we get ready. This one, I can still feel there's a little bit of tenderness here, so I'm going to give it the second flip. Oh, so nice and crunchy. And then I'm going to look over here and check on my avocado.
I'm gonna eat the rest of the chicken.
Huh? You're going to eat the rest of that chicken?
I may eat
Some.
the rest of it. I'm gonna have some more.
So let's see how this works here with the avocado. Oh, it's squishy, all right. So that's fine. Great.
I should have made some of your homemade ranch dressing. I love dipping chicken nuggets in ranch dressing.
You sound so much like RC, Uncle RC. My son RC, when he was a kid, he would get so uptight because he was like, is this homemade ranch? Is this homemade tartar sauce? Is this homemade cocktail sauce? Did you use instant mashed potatoes? Because I made everything from scratch, y'all. Everything. Ooh, hot avocado. Well, yeah, but I just want a little bit. I don't even care if it tastes good. I needed it to be squishy for my all intents and purposes. Let me get this stone out of here.
Why do you need to use the spoon?
Well, there's a little dark spot, and the spoon scoops it right out. So I'm going to get that little piece there, and this little piece here. Oh, just because. Oh, I got a bad spot in here, or else I was burning it. There we go.
Probably burning it.
There we go.
Because I didn't even know you put that big.
Well, I'm just going to do it because, like I said, I wanted it. Now, you can mash an avocado. You can use slices if you want. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. Avocado, a little salt, a little pepper, a little lemon, which Max,
He's with baby.
oh, where'd it go? Right here. You know me. I forgot to buy lemon at the store, So I'll just use one of my little True Lemon packets.
And can you
just
use it
crystallized
to
lemon.
make, lemonade?
You can use it to make lemonade.
That's what I'm doing.
You're not right now. You're not. You're gonna go
Sure.
back in there. Thank you. Now I'm gonna take this out and turn it off. For my last plate, you guys, that would be right here. Again, you can make this a sandwich. You can make some cauli rice on the side. We're gonna use a little bit of mashed avocado, cilantro, lemon juice, chili, and I have all of that, but time is getting away. I've got 1 minute. So I'm just gonna do mashed avocado, salt, pepper, lemon, and I'm gonna top this burger with this avocado mash. And then I'm gonna take 2 beautiful slices of bacon to go on top of that. And then I'm gonna have, I've got a little pico here. And look at there. That is just another way that you can enjoy chicken, right? Is this not fun? Is this not a great idea? Are you loving this? That is fantastic. You could put your favorite hot sauces. You could load it up with pickles, red onions, lettuce, tomato, mayo. Just too many fun ways to do this. All right, last but not least, let's pull these. And looks like we are good for go. I have a set of tongs here, which I set in my raw chicken mixture, so I'll get another set of tongs. And here we go. So now I have a plate, not yet. They're crunchy and they're crispy, and I need to make sure that I have them done, but they look like I am on there. Like I am, go help your sister, please. There we go, we're talking 6, 7, and that's good because one we can just munch on, right? So that took about 12 minutes, and I am going to pull it apart, and they are they're wonderfully done. They're crunchy. I can dip it in my favorite right there. Country gravy, barbecue sauce, ketchup. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And that's how you do chicken. Had I thought about it a little bit more, well, thank God I have a little decorum. I could have called it kick-ass chicken because this chicken kicks butt, y'all. It is good. I've showed you different ways you can make it, use it, from patties to nuggets to meatballs. Lex, do it yourself. My granddaughter, every time. Every time. Give me 1 second or else this is going to get really bad. For real. Okay, guys, thank you. Granddaughter, wash my hands one more time. There we go. And now that I'm down to it, I can answer any questions you guys might have. Dustin, come here, please. You've tasted everything. Let's, barbecue sauce. Right on. A little ketchup by Alterna Sweets. There we go. And last but not least, wait, he's like, Grandma, give me 5 seconds. Barbecue, huh? Barbecue sauce.
I don't really care for their ketchup. It tastes funny.
I love it. Okay, so I'm going to bring this around for y'all to see.
That's our supper.
This is. I've got to make up the rest of it. And this will be their supper tonight. There we go, guys. Do you love it? Do you love it? Now let me give you a little insight here as I bring these dishes around for you to check out.
I can grab the other one.
Let me just pull that up there for you, for your delight. Is that amazing? And then we have this wonderful chicken parm. Of course, it has a bite taken out of it, but hey, you get the idea.
And then the other one was like 4 bites taken out.
Yes, and then this one did get the bites taken out, guys. It really, really, really did. It is a country favorite because it is just delicious. So I'll just set that down. And I'm going to grab my glasses and my water. And I'll tell you something, the recipe has been out for a week. Did you know that? Almost a week. I think it came out last Wednesday, as a matter of fact. It's been sitting on my website, ketoforreallifepeople.com, since last week. And when you pull up that home page, you pull it up and slide down, it'll show you. That's the top recipe. It shows my newest recipes. So I did link it already into the YouTube because I am allowed to do that. And I will link it up here as soon as I get done and put the link for the recipe. You guys, it's so easy, so versatile, so freaking delicious. And I would encourage you, if all you can get is ground chicken at the store, make sure that you get the fatty, dark ground chicken. Don't get the chicken breast. It's very dry. If you have a food processor, do it yourself. You saw how fast it was, how easy it was, and I guarantee you, you're gonna just love, 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 love the quality of it. So let me look at comments. I heard the word supper. That's what we called it. Yeah, that's what's for supper. We say supper. Game changer, Sharon. Wowzers, thank you. Awesome. I'm going to Facebook first. Thank you, Nancy. Did it again. Thumbs up. Thank you, recipe. Yes, it will work with ground chicken. It'll work with ground. I'm actually wanting to take and do my own ground chopped steak, not hamburger. I just want to get like a nice, I don't know, piece of sirloin or some, some of the more, or some chuck roast, and do it that way with just a little less pulsing than regular ground for steak fingers. My husband adores steak fingers, y'all, and he's 4 weeks keto now, and he loves steak fingers and fried chicken and convenient stuff. So this is going to be a great thing for me to make up for him that he can just pack, take over the road, and nuke quickly as a meal. So looks great. I could hear the crunch on the nuggets. Yes, yeah, they're crunchy and crispy, but they're not hard crunchy like dried out, and they are juicy in the middle. I'm gonna look at a few YouTube comments here. Works with cube steak, dick and egg, and then yes, pork rinds. Looks amazing. Thank you for all you do. Gravy is butter, heavy cream, salt and pepper. That is right, but don't start with the butter. I'm telling you guys, don't start with the butter. If you're gonna make your own keto gravy, just start with a dry pan, let it get nice and warm. I've got mine over medium heat till it's nice and hot. I add twice the amount of cream and let it reduce. It reduces on its own. That's your basis for a proper white sauce. Once it gets reduced by half, toss a little salt, a little pepper, a tablespoon of butter, and whisk the butter in, and it won't break and be greasy and ugly or anything. It'll be delicious. Just a little tip for that, guys.
For the crunchy chicken nuggets.
And there we go. I just answered how I made it. I wanted to sneak some chicken while she was gone. If you do tenders, dip in egg first, then no, there's no need to dip in egg here. You do not. If you were to do, I guess you're talking chicken breasts, yes, you could do that. You could dip in an egg wash, but easier than an egg wash, guys. Which when I use egg wash, sometimes it separates itself from the chicken. Does anybody ever experience that when you're making like a fried chicken or a chicken fried steak, or you're breading something, and then you dip it in an egg and milk wash and bread it, and then when you lift it up, it all falls off? A simple way to avoid that is a little mayo. Just lightly coat your chicken tenders with some mayo. It will lock in the moisture and keep them tender and juicy, and then you can crumb coat and it just sticks to it really well for baking or frying. It works great. Let's see, looks amazing. Let's see, I'm going back up here. Mint, add mayo, mashed, there we go. Love adding mayo to mashed cauliflower. Thank you, Nancy, for allowing us to be in your kitchen as you are teaching us some new recipes. Your grandchildren are precious and we're very blessed to have you. Hey guys, you know, every other week for the summer, my grandkids have been here. They're here every other week anyway, but it's summer vacation, so everything's unpredictable. We're on countdown. This is their last week of vacation in our home. School starts the week after next, so when they come back, it'll be long school days. So things will smooth out a little bit, but in the meantime, I'm keto for real life people. You know, it's what it is. I have grandkids, I have little ones and bigger ones, and sometimes it's life interrupted, but it's all good. All right. Yum, yum, yum. I'm back over here on Facebook, guys. Wow, beautiful, busy day. Is there egg in the chicken? Tuned in yet. There's 2 eggs in the chicken. Is there a coupon code for the Alterna products? I do. It's KFRLP. I have a link for Alterna Sweets. I have a link for the Simple Living air fryer, if you like. I don't have a link. I bet I could look it up on Amazon. I know that the panko crumbs, if that's something you want to order, they're $16.95 for a 1-pound bag. And you're like, what? Well, stop and think about it. Most bags of pork skins are 4 ounces, 5 ounces for the big bag. So if you do a lot of things with panko crumb and you wanted a whole pound of crumb, you're talking probably, you know, 10 bags condensed into one. So anyways, if you're interested, just type interested. I'm not going to share it if nobody is, because you can easily make your own panko crumbs with a food processor or blender, and or even a bag with a rolling pin. So, you know, just let me know. Or a meat tenderizer. All right, love the testers. Looks delicious, looks yummy. All right, guys, that's it. That is my kickin' chicken recipe. You can find it at ketoforreallifepeople.com. It is a featured recipe. I will be adding the links to those recipes on both of these feeds as soon as I finish up. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't become a supporter or a patron or a subscriber, please do so now. And last but not least, I'm fixing to do a giveaway. Who would like to win a bottle of Alterna Sweets barbecue sauce, ketchup, and spicy ketchup? Who would like to have a set of Alterna Sweets? Be on the lookout. I am going to be doing a live on Instagram. It's going to be a great giveaway. I'm going to do a promo, and you have to be on Instagram to win that one, guys. So just go over there and follow at Alterna Sweets, and go follow Keto for Life People on Instagram. Be on the lookout. It'll be sometime this week. Thank you. Remember, fats first, moderate protein, low carb, and get you some.